We're at the beach. Boy, oh boy, I miss the beach. I have to go here every day. I just do. It's like when you live near the beach, I feel like it's a crying shame if you don't visit it every single day, rain or shine. I don't know, something so magical about the beach. It's a beautiful evening. We're waiting for some sunset action. Hi, Laura. I'm so much better with sunsets than I am with sunrises. Well, when it's over the water. See, that's the thing. Wait, I'll turn the camera around so you can see better. Hi, Darla. Give me a sound check, you guys. I'm using my microphone, my DG microphone. How beautiful that is. And the clips, why you say that, Jim? Hi, Maureen. Oh, thank you, Maureen. Hi, Cliff. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Look at that. Look at that. All right. Do you guys want to go see the water quickly? See what it sounds like over there? It's a little bit windy, but with my microphone, all things are possible. So beautiful. We have a bride over here. She looks like a bride. Darla's driving. Okay. We're at Nokomis Beach on Casey Key right now, live, looking out for the kids digging in the sand. You know it. You know it. They're not allowed to do that on my watch. Just so beautiful. Can you hear me okay? People in the water. It's really gorgeous. Everyone's safe on my watch. Hi, Terry. Welcome to Nokomis Beach on Casey Key. We're waiting for sunset. Well, it hasn't happened yet, but we're having a perfect beach day. I know many of you have been battling snow and cold and freezing rain. I'm so sorry. I'd say the temperature is in the upper 80s. It was a hot day in Florida today. Hey, Joyce. We got clouds. We got no clouds. We just have a beautiful, I mean, kind of like wispy clouds, but it's really nice here. I'll turn the camera around for y'all. You know, Jim, I always felt like when I lived in Pittsburgh, I didn't want to live. It was, that's a nice way of saying how I felt. It was bad. Like, I really hated that weather. It would make me feel, like ending it all. Oh, look at these boys. They're boards. I love to watch people having fun in the water and the surf. All right, somebody's coming in pretty fast. What in the fresh hell is that? Do you see this person? It's a wait. It's not a surfboard. Well, where'd they go? They went away. Do you see that person like flying through the water? Like on a crazy surfboard that they just fell off of? Did someone say Send in the Clowns? Isn't it rich? Aren't we a pair? Me here at last on the ground, you in midair. Where are the clowns? Send in the clowns. Hi, Charlie. I don't think that's a kiteboard. Oh, this is just a wakeboard. Hey, music. Already tossing people into the Gulf of America. Goodbye. Hi, Ian. Haven't seen you in a while. I hope you guys can still hear and see me because I just realized if I keep walking, I'm going to cut out. Not the best connection here on Nokomis Beach. It is a beautiful day. Ian's been too busy for the beach report. What? That's not cool, Ian. You got to take a break sometimes. So, hey, lately, news has been crazy, right? President Trump is tearing it up. Thank you, music. And they're starting to cry about the price of Chinese and Asian goods are going to go up. Oh well. Oh well. You know, this country needs to understand what happened. Thank you, Gracie. Yes, I love Gulf of America. Our country has been raped and pillaged. And we didn't always pay taxes like this. Oh no, because when our country was actually formed more than 200 years ago, who was it who said taxation without representation is tyranny? Who said that? Was it John? I don't know. My history's bad right now. I'm losing words. I'm losing the ability to remember everything, but I do always remember that taxation without representation is tyranny. John Adams, right? Thank you, music. I knew it was John something. Catherine. Today I heard Ron DeSantis. He went live and he told everybody that he doesn't like having to tax people for their homes. You know what? That is the most ridiculous. The ridiculous thing is taxing people as if they are renting their homes from the government. It's so, so wrong. Gracie, I have more of these. I have new ones too if you want to buy a pair. 20 bucks. Thank you, Jim. I'm honored. Yeah, Jackie O's are kind of roundish. I don't know. Anyway, I am hoping and praying that the criminal injustice done to the American people is about to end. And one of the worst things they do to us is this taxation. Imagine you work so hard your whole life and you buy a home, but you have to keep, and you pay it off, but you have to keep paying taxes or they'll take it away from you. What is that? That's insane. All right, sounds good, Gracie. I do believe that President Trump is working very hard to turn that ship around. And I have a feeling that the American people are going to prosper in ways they never dreamed of before. I'm so excited about it. Yeah, we did dodge a bullet in yesterday's election, Joyce. Totally agree. Thank God for that. Yeah, music, I agree. The taxes we pay, we're being robbed. The we don't have income tax in Florida, but I myself run a small business, and they make me pay several $1,000s just for being self-employed. How fair is that? I don't know. My accountant said that it was like, you know, I'm paying Social Security and stuff. Hey, I'm not that far away from Social Security time. And I am hoping and praying that by the time I hit Social Security age, it'll all be figured out for me. Maureen, I don't know about the ins and outs of that one elected official not getting along with DeSantis. I'm sorry. You're right, music. It's double dipping, just like the death tax is double dipping. You pay taxes your whole life, you die, and they're going to tax you. That's so sick. Darla's going through some rain. Get rid of those people who don't speak English. Wonder what they say. Yeah, they're gone. Got no time for you. Anyway, I just wanted to take you guys to the beach because it's been a minute, and we don't call this the beach report for no dang reason. Look at that. So beautiful. Oh, beautiful. For spacious skies. For amber waves of grain. For purple mountains' majesty. Above the fruited plain. America, America. God shed his grace on thee. And crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. You know, the words of that song, crown thy good with brotherhood, that's about us taking care of one another. That's about us loving each other because we are countrymen, because this is our country and we built this. And unfortunately, the last several presidents, not including Trump, decided to sell this country out to the highest bidder. For the last 50 years, which is as long as Joe Biden has been in office, the American people have taken a back seat. We're just seen as a piggy bank. Thank you, Terry. God loves you too, and America, right? At least we didn't, you didn't, oh, I heard you had hail yesterday. Yeah, sorry. You know, never forget that all the credit cards came out of Delaware. The credit card scam It's been deep and wide and has destroyed Americans' ability to take care of themselves. The grift has got to end. If you think you want to have cheap products, but then you have to realize they're being made by slaves. You're so afraid prices are going to go up. Well, what if your wages go up? Because there are no more slaves to do those jobs, and they have to pay real people to do real jobs. Yeah, we have to get Biden. I don't care how old and decrepit he is. He is a crook, and he has been for the past 50 years. Joyce says, unlike Carter, I lost my business because all the nearby factories closed. Right. The nearby factories closed again because they outsourced American labor for cheap Asian slavery. What about paying all those taxes on our lottery wins? Yep, it's all wrong. It's all terrible. They tried to destroy us, and then they went after our children and told them that they were so confused they didn't even know what gender they are, what sex they are, whatever. A woman in California won 1.5 billion and wound up with 625 million. That is robbery. Because a lot of people paid into that lottery. Lottery robbery. You know what? The joke's on them. Because when you leave this earth, you can't take anything with you. You can steal all the money you want, and you can have the nicest cars, and you can have the biggest house. But when your life ends here, boom, it's all gone. You can't take it with you. You could have billions of dollars, but if you don't have your health, you got nothing. You got nothing. You know, it's really quite simple. Bring back Made in America labels. Got that right, Terry. Music says, did you hear about the young woman who took a knee? Yes, because she didn't want to fence against a boy. I sure did. I'm so proud of her. And they canned her. I love it. I love it. Because she made her point. And all of America saw how crazy they have become. They are nuts. Gracie said, I told my son to put my dog I had cremated in with me. Oh, Gracie, don't worry. When you go up to heaven, your dog will be waiting for you, girlfriend. I know 100% Muffin will be waiting for me. I can't wait. I'm not saying that I want to die. I definitely don't. I am not ready. I know that God has a lot of work left for me to do. I'm on a mission from God. Sometimes I'm not really sure what that mission is, but He tells me to just keep on doing what I'm doing, so I do this. You know, I'm on a mission. I'm not always sure where the mission will lead me. I just know that I have full faith and confidence in my Lord. Even though my pillow man is an annoyance, he is a hero made in America. Oh, Mike Lindell is such a nice man. He really is. I'll tell you my one experience with Mike Lindell. I was at, I think it was a Turning Point USA event, and I saw Mike Lindell. Every person who stopped him, he had a kind word for. Mike Lindell was as gracious as a person could be. And I stopped him too, and he talked to me as if he had all the time in the world. And that's a very, very nice person because I saw everybody was hitting him up and it was wonderful. So Mike Lindell was really great like that. So I'll vouch for him. I think he's a wonderful person. You know, we have to build each other up. Tearing each other down, it's just not helpful. We have to realize that there is so much abundance and every tool that you could ever need is at your fingertips, literally. We're not like the Libs music. Unfortunately, there are angry, sad, defeated people in the world. And they get that way because they expect things to be done for them rather than doing it themselves. You have to be held accountable. You have to be ready to meet your maker at any moment and say, hey, I tried to be a good and faithful servant. How'd I do? When I call there to order stuff, I always tell the lady I talked to tell Mike, I said, hello, we love him. And I love my pillow, by the way. I have my pillow for sure, and I love it. It's good stuff. So, little plug for Mike Lindell. He doesn't have to pay me to say anything. Thank you, music. Darla says, trust in God, always, never know when your time is up. It's so true, Darla. You really never know. You guys remember my friend Jerry, Captain Jerry, the diver, boat captain? Captain Jerry, in the past 2 months, has nearly lost his life. The first thing that happened was he was at the gas station, and all of a sudden, a huge, like, six-car accident happened at that intersection. We are talking trucks and RVs, not RVs, sorry, trucks and SUVs flying all over the intersection. And Jerry is so lucky that nothing hit him. He was able to help one woman, and he had to pull her out of her car, and she was bleeding and very confused. It was the truck's fault apparently, but the point being that you just never know. Any day, anything can happen. Jerry's absolutely fine. And that's why I said to him, you know, Jerry, I feel like you are being saved for a higher purpose. Just like the moment when I saw the deep state shoot my president. And he jumped up and he yelled, fight, fight, fight. And it wasn't an assassination at all, it was a consecration. I think that these days God is separating the people who are faithful to Him from the people who are not. Yeah, super scary, right, Cheryl? I was like, Jerry. And then the second thing that happened to him was there was a tornado just the other day. I think it was Delray Beach, and Jerry was in the tornado. He was literally in it. He didn't even realize he was in it. He just told me he was in the wildest storm he'd ever been in, and he didn't know if he was going to survive. So I'm like, wow, Jerry, twice in a month. God sure loves you. It's not Jerry's time. That's right, music. It's just not Jerry's time. Well, and Jerry's a first responder, so I'm very happy that God would save somebody like him. I know, I was so worried. I was like, oh my gosh, Jerry, you got to be careful, dude. But he doesn't have to be careful, really. God's looking out for him, just like God looks out for me. I'm not afraid of anything. I'm just not. You know, the worst has already happened to me. How much worse can it get, right? I don't think that death is the worst thing that can happen to a person. Yeah, right, Joyce. Exactly. When President Trump was shot, even though Corey Compratore lost his life, never forget that. But yeah, everybody was concerned about President Trump. What happened to your friend who had the wine bar during COVID? Oh, yeah, she moved to the Villages. I haven't seen her in a while. But I've heard that she's fine. She's doing well and she's happy. It's very sad how COVID destroyed so many people's businesses. Speaking of which, my dear friend Brooke, the gallery owner, who is actually the same area where Candace had her wine bar, and Brooke is losing her gallery due to some very shady, shady real estate deal. Something going on where all of a sudden the plaza that she's in got got bought and they wanted to triple her rent. And she is a nonprofit, by the way. So it's very upsetting for Brooke. She's going to be having another one of her monthly benefits to benefit her nonprofit in a couple of weeks. So I'll be there to support my dear friend Brooke. If you need any art, you need know anyone who needs artwork, let me know. I will hook you up. Brooke is she's needing to sell some of her artwork for sure, just to deal with her situation. So she's got some good stuff, just saying. Did your state help them reopen? Florida didn't help anybody reopen. Mm-mm. No, my friends who got crushed by COVID lost their businesses, all of them. Oh, Brooke is a photographer. She does a lot of beach photography, but there's a lot of different artwork, of course, in her gallery. And the most impressive being that she has the world's largest Erte collection. Anybody who knows anything about Art Deco, Erte was the king of Art Deco exactly 100 years ago. Remember the Roaring 20s? And Erte was the man of the millennial or of the millennium. No, wait, that wasn't a millennium. Anyway, Erte, king of Art Deco. And Brooke has the world's only complete collection of his sculptures. She has sculptures, she has books, she has paintings, she has everything. It's amazing. Art Deco is really amazing, and it is the centennial celebration of Art Deco. Hard to believe that was 100 years ago, isn't it? Yeah, I heard about Tennessee and the tornadoes and ice storms across Pennsylvania. Michigan is being hit. We haven't heard from Bam in a while. Where's Bam? Little concerned about Bam. Did you hear about the 73-year-old grandma killed by 4 juveniles? I did not hear about that, Joyce. I just know that kids today, they're different. They're different animals. They have been raised in a very unforgiving society that actually sees them as a predator sees its targets. Contact Christie's or Sotheby's. I would think Brooke would know that. I don't think that she wants to liquidate. She wants to move. She wants to keep having a gallery actually, and I believe she wants to stay in South Florida. She just needs a new location that's not going to cost an arm and a leg and will be good enough for her to get clients. So if anyone knows anything, let me know. Yes, please pray for her. Yeah, it's not so easy to sell artwork, unfortunately. And I love that she does have a charity bringing art to people. And you know, Brooke is the reason that many artists in Fort Lauderdale have the success that they do. Not that they're super successful. I mean, and I say they, I'm including myself. Brooke has always helped to promote me as an author. In fact, she held my first book signing for Do You Think About Me on my birthday, which was super wonderful of her to do that. But she also, you know, every month she hosts her No Bee Gallery benefit and gives a lot of artists in the area, whether they make jewelry or any kind of artwork or sing or play instruments, great musicians. We need people like Brooke, you know? We wait our whole lives to retire, and retirement gets ruined. I hear ya. It's hard to be an artist, Ian. They don't say starving artist for nothing. But you know what? Here's the other thing, though. When you're an artist, sometimes, you know, it doesn't even matter if you're starving. It doesn't matter if you make a penny. As a writer, I love to share my work with other people. I love it when I have readers, but I'm also very protective. You know, I won't even sell my books on Amazon. I didn't. I stopped selling like it was yesterday on Amazon, even though you can still buy it on Amazon and it's not mine. So I don't suggest that you do that. But Do You Think About Me on my birthday will not be sold on Amazon because I feel like that is selling out. That's just me. Gracie, I'm glad you love my book. Thank you so much. Thank you. And if you want a copy, you'll have to contact me personally. I'm a very hands-on author. All right, you guys. Well, look at that. Look at that beautiful sun. Wait, this is such a pretty scene. I love the umbrellas and the sun. So beautiful. Darla says, "Do You Think About Me on My Birthday" is a fantastic book. I love that book. I even read it twice and started it a third time, but didn't finish the third round. Aw, thank you, Darla. Well, I am still working on getting my book ready to enter the Miami Book Fair. And everything is easier said than done, you know? Sometimes you just got to do it. And sometimes it's hard to get started. But thank you. You guys make me feel like, you know what? I got to put it in the Miami Book Fair. Sandy's leaving tomorrow. I get to see Sandy. Yay! Woo woo! Sandy, you're going to love your cruise. I can't wait to hear all about it and pick you guys up from your cruise ship. That's right. Sometimes I double as an Uber driver. No, no, I don't. I'm not Uber. I'm not Uber. I'm word of mouth. That's how I work. Darla says, I feel as though I was in the book living life in the 80s. That is the greatest compliment of all, Darla. I wrote the book so that you would feel like you were in the 80s. You should live in Florida music. It's wonderful here. It's paradise 95% of the time. And that 5% of the time that it's raining or storming, it is what it is. You deal with it. It's not so bad. I'll take it with the most of the time being like paradise, like for real. All right, you guys. Well, I got to get back home. I have to get back to work. I've got a lot to do, a lot of projects. And again, wish me luck on getting my book ready for the Miami Book Fair. So even if you got an offer, well, they will do corrections on your book. It's wonderful as is. Thank you, Joyce. Thank you. Terry, you're so nice. All right, you guys. Love it. Love and hugs to you guys. And ciao for now. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. I was going to try to run between the raindrops. Good luck. All right. One last look at that sun. That is gorgeous, isn't it? Oh, yeah. Please tell your friends about the beach report. I'm trying to build up my channel. I cannot do it without your help. So please like and subscribe. I see I have more likes than I even have viewers right now. So I thank you all for that. Tell your friends. I need your help. I love you guys. Ciao for now.